Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm excited to have you here with me for this 30-minute gentle somatic yoga class. This entire yoga sequence is going to be done on the floor today. So I'll invite you to go ahead and get comfortable in a seated position on the floor. You could join me from a yoga mat or from a towel or a blanket, whatever you might have that would support you here. And we'll go ahead and get started. We'll find ourselves in a gentle seated position, which could be like this, seated with your legs crossed, or you could sit on your knees, whatever works best for you today. And we'll go ahead and begin to draw our awareness inward to the body. We'll lengthen the spine here, release the shoulders back and down. You can bring the palms of your hands to your knees or the backs of your hands to your knees, whatever feels most comfortable to you right now. Your chin will be parallel to the floor or slightly pointed down. And here I'll invite you to gently close the eyes, coming inward into the body. Allowing yourself to release any distractions from the world around you, any to-do lists, old conversations flowing around in your mind, and just come here into this moment. Feeling your body and your breath. Taking notice of how your body feels right now. Any sensations in your arms, your hands, your legs. Simply noticing without judgment. Feeling any areas of tightness in the body. Tingling, numbness, just witnessing those areas. And then we'll begin to notice the breath, the qualities of the breath, how deeply you're breathing, and where you're breathing from within the body. Once again, without judgment, just simply witnessing where you're at in this very moment. And then I'll invite you to deepen the breath in and out of the nose if you're able to. As you inhale, feeling the chest all the way down to the belly, fill with air and expand. And as you exhale, releasing air from the belly and the chest all the way out. Continuing that inhale and exhale, that full cycle of breath in and out of your body. As your lungs gently massage the internal organs within you, and we just take notice of this often overlooked miraculous part of life. Breath, the air flowing in and through us. As we inhale, inviting in inspiration. And as we exhale, releasing any stagnant energy that is no longer ours to hold. And for these next few breaths, I invite you to elongate the exhale, adding a few more counts of exhale to the breath. Doing so just signals to your nervous system that we can enter into a deeper state of presence and rest. You may even want to do a couple of breaths with an audible sigh in the exhale. Just fully letting go with your exhale. We'll take a moment here and pause, maybe bringing one hand to your heart and one to your belly. Just tuning in, noticing how that time with the breath shifted the energy within you. Noticing if your heart rate has changed or the temperature of your body. Just acknowledging those things. The passing, changing states of the body as we move from one form to the next. And we'll continue to bring that awareness with us as we practice the rest of these fluid movements together. When you're ready, you can go ahead and gently blink open the eyes, coming back into this space. And you can release your hands back down. We'll start here by bringing the hands facing down on the knees. And we're going to begin to move in a circle. So if you were sitting on your knees, I invite you to move into this position. If this position feels like too much for you, you can also elevate by sitting up on a blanket. We're going to begin doing some seated circles here, holding onto the knees as we round the spine, opening the heart with the inhale as you move the heart forward. Exhaling as you round the spine back in, tucking your chin towards your chest. Just slowly moving in this circular motion. Noticing sensations along the spine, into the hips. Keeping that breath full and long, filling the movement. And from here, we'll switch directions. Inhaling as you round forward, exhale, rounding backwards. Noticing how this shift in direction changes the sensations in your back, along the spine. Maybe some areas feel tighter as you do this than they did moving the other direction. Just simply notice. Let's do one more in this direction. We'll come back to our center. Here we're going to begin a side-to-side movement, bringing one forearm down to the mat and reaching the other arm up overhead, extending from the fingertips all the way down to the hip, pressing down towards the earth, opening up the side body, feeling spaciousness between the ribs. We'll inhale as we move upwards and exhale as we extend to the opposite side. And we'll continue this flow with the breath, inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you extend over, bringing intention into each movement, moving slowly as if through water. Noticing the differences on one side compared to the other. Let's do one more on each side. And with this last inhale, we'll come back up to center. Notice how you're feeling for a moment. Then we'll begin to do a little bit of movement with the shoulders and the neck. So starting here with the shoulders, we're going to bring our fingertips to our shoulders. We're going to reach the elbows towards one another with the inhale, drawing them up together towards the ceiling. With the exhale, opening them out and around and back and down, bringing the gaze down with them. We'll continue that. Inhale as they come together and up. Exhale as they move out and back. Shoulder blades reaching towards one another as they come down. 2 more. And then we'll switch directions. bringing the elbows towards one another on the back, shoulder blades reaching towards one another as you inhale, them coming up with your gaze. Exhale as the elbows come down through center, back down with the chin. Inhale, shoulder blades together and up. Exhale, elbows down together through center. Let's do 2 more this direction. Good. Once we're here, we'll release. And we're going to move into the neck. We'll draw the gaze over the left shoulder. With the inhale, draw the gaze up through center towards the ceiling. With the exhale, draw the gaze and chin down over the right shoulder, through center, tucking chin to chest. Inhale, up over the left shoulder, through center. Exhale, down over the right shoulder, through center. We'll do 2 more of these on this side before switching sides. Good, now we'll draw the gaze over the right shoulder. Do the same in the opposite direction. Inhale, up over the right shoulder, through center. Exhale, over the left shoulder, through center, chin to chest. Inhale, up over the right. Exhale, down over the left. Okay, we'll do 2 more full circles here. Just taking your time with your gaze as you move around. Noticing details, just signaling to your nervous system that you're safe here. One more. And we'll release, coming back to center. From here, we're going to move into our tabletop position. Bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, knees underneath the hips. So take a second. Find your groundedness here. Tops of the feet are on the mat. We're in our tabletop position, and we're going to begin moving into our cat-cow. We'll begin by lifting the hips, dropping the belly, and then slowly opening up the chest, starting in the heart, opening up through the neck, finally lifting the gaze with the inhale. With the exhale, once again, starting by tucking the seat, slowly rounding the spine in C shape, lifting the belly button upwards, pressing the earth away as you tuck the chin to the chest. Release as you inhale, lifting the seat, dropping the belly, lifting the heart and neck in the gaze. Exhaling, pressing the earth away, coming into that C shape, tucking chin to chest. Let's do a few more of these, and we're just going to fill the movement with the breath at your own pace. Noticing sensations along the spine, the shoulders, the hips. This movement should be one of the ease, flowing open and close, just honoring that cycle within you, the contraction and the expansion. Both equal and necessary parts of practice and of life. Here I'll invite you to explore this movement a little bit. A couple options. You could drop your hips towards one side with the exhale, stretching the side body. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, dropping to the other side. Or another option you could take is walking the hands a couple inches forward. If your exhale is sending your hips back towards your heels, so you're almost in what would be like child's pose, and then inhale as you pull your heart towards the earth before coming back up. And doing that round of the spine as you send your hips back. Find whatever variation of this feels best for you and your body. They're completely different movements and stretch completely different places. So see what feels good for you. Maybe even a combination or some sort of circular movement here. Just see what movement your body wants to make to open up the spine. And continue to breathe there. Let's do a few more movements. And together, we'll make our way back to our tabletop position. Here, we're going to come into threaded needle pose. We're going to start on the left side. We'll begin by inhaling, drawing the left arm up overhead, opening up to the side. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that left shoulder down to the mat. Right hand can stay where it is on the mat, or it can walk forward towards the top of your mat. Both stretching different muscles here, so find what feels good for you and where you need to stretch the most, and we'll continue to breathe there. Here, focus on pressing your left shoulder down into the floor and pulling that shoulder blade back towards the left side. Really activating this stretch rather than just letting it be a passive stretch. Pressing into the ground as resistance deepen the stretch in the shoulder. Two more breaths here. If you walk that right hand out, we're going to bring it back in. We'll press into the right hand to lift, reaching that left arm up once again, and then bringing it back down. We'll move on to the next side. Inhale as you draw the right arm up overhead, and exhale, threading that right shoulder behind the left arm, coming down onto the mat. Once again here, you have options. You can keep your left hand where it is, or you can walk your fingers towards the top of the mat. See what feels best for you on this side. It might be different from the last side. Wherever you are, we're going to press that right shoulder blade, the right shoulder, down into the floor and pulling it back towards the right side to really activate that stretch. Breathing deep, inviting the muscles to respond. A couple more breaths here. If you walk that left hand out, we're going to bring it back. We're going to press our way into the left hand, reach that right arm up overhead one more time. And exhale, right hand coming back down. Next, we're going to tuck the toes and walk the hands back. coming into a stretch on the arches of the feet. So I want you to really be mindful of how your arches feel today. We don't want to put too much pressure on them if they're really tight. So walking your hands even back this far might be good for you. Or you can bring your hands up onto your knees, your thighs, or maybe you clasp your hands behind you, opening up the heart, lifting the gaze. There's no better pose here. What matters is that you just listen to your body. You don't want to overdo it. Wherever you are, continue to breathe as you ease into openness in the bottoms of the feet. A couple more breaths. We're going to bring the palms of the hands back down to bring the tops of the feet back down. From here, we're going to lift onto the knees, drawing the arms up overhead. Reaching upwards, coming into Uttanasana on the knees. Shoulders and arms lift up. Take a few breaths here. As you press down into your knees, feeling that rootedness. As you rise, maybe lifting the gaze, opening the heart. And we'll go ahead and bring the hands down together now at heart center and onto the mudra. Hands gently pressing into one another, thumbs lightly resting on the chest here. I invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, just tuning into your body for a moment, coming back to your breath, your center. Maybe feeling your heartbeat with your thumbs if you're able to. Finding that connection with yourself and the earth beneath you. Before we open down into our puppy pose, or melting heart pose, walking the hands out in front of you on the mat, slowly lowering the heart down towards the earth, keeping your hips over your knees here. Maybe your forehead comes down to the mat, maybe you rest it on a block or a pillow. Wherever you are here, just breathing. Feeling that spaciousness in your lungs with the arms extended overhead. Making sure not to dump too far forward here. Gently expanding the chest, the sides. Let's take 3 more deep, long breaths here. Then we'll slowly walk the hands back, coming into our child's pose. You can keep your knees together here, or you can open the knees up to the side, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We'll bring the forehead down. Arms reach overhead. Take a moment here to just connect with the earth beneath you as your forehead presses into the mat or into your support. Coming back to your breath and your body. Tuning into a sense of gratitude towards your body for bringing you to this moment. From here, we'll walk the hands to the right side of the mat, stretching the left side body, opening up along the left side, from the left pinky finger down to the left hip. As you breathe, just imagining space opening up between the ribs as air flows up and down the left side of the body. Now we'll move the hands through center over to the left side of the mat. Stretching the right side body. Feeling that spaciousness all the way from the right pinky down to the right hip. As you breathe, just expanding space between the ribs. Air flowing up and down through that channel on the right side. And we'll walk our hands back to center. Here, we'll slowly begin to walk the hands back up. And then we're going to come onto our backs for the rest of our practice. We'll slowly make our way there, whatever route you like to get there. We're going to come down onto the back, starting with the legs extended towards the bottom corners of the mat. Pausing for a moment here, seeing what it's like for your body to be on its back, belly upwards. And we're going to begin to find some movement here. We're going to start by inhaling as you draw the arms up overhead. Exhale as the arms come back down towards your sides. Imagining like your arms are seagrass here as they flow up and down with your breath. Inhaling as they come up. Exhaling as they come down. After this next inhale, we're going to bring the legs into this, okay? So we'll bring the arms up with the inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to draw the left knee into the chest, reaching onto it with the hands. And we'll inhale, releasing, extending left leg. Exhaling, drawing the right knee in. Inhaling, extending, releasing the right leg. And exhaling, moving back to the left. We're just going to switch off here, going back and forth. Noticing sensations in your hip joints. One side might feel different from the other. Just notice that. Good. On this left side, we're going to pause here. We're going to continue to breathe as you hug that left knee in towards the chest. Maybe doing some circles with the left ankle, both directions. See if you can pull it a little bit closer to your chest without pain. There might be some tightness here. We're just going to breathe. Good. You're going to use the right hand to grab onto the outside of the left knee. We're going to pull it towards the right side of the body, coming into a supine twist. As you do this, allow your left arm to unfurl out to the side, followed by your gaze if that feels comfortable. Continuing to twist, just finding a space in your spine where you feel like you can get a good release here. Breathing. Inviting the spine to release tension. A few more breaths. Good, and then we're going to come back onto the back. Extend back that left leg. Inhale the arms up overhead once again. Exhale, this time drawing the right knee to the chest. Seeing what it feels like. Beginning to do some circles with the right ankle here. Moving in both directions. Maybe pulling it a little bit closer to the chest. And then using the left hand, we're going to slowly and gently draw the right knee across the body to the left side as the right arm unfurls out, followed by the gaze for our supine twist. Inviting the spine to release tension on this side as you breathe and be. Take 3 more breaths here. And then we'll slowly come back, releasing the back arm to the floor, extending the right leg. Pausing for a moment. Just noticing how your body feels after doing that twist. We'll go ahead and hug the knees into the chest now. Grabbing either onto the knees or onto your wrists here as you rock side to side, either way keeping your back of your head anchored into the floor. And we're going to release the feet down, keeping the knees bent. We're going to keep our feet wide on our mat, on the outer edges here. And we're going to do some windshield wiper kinds of movements back and forth. So you want your hands down by your sides, palms facing down to stabilize you. And we're going to bring the knees down one side at a time. So we'll first drop them to the right side. As you inhale, we'll bring them up through center, over to the left side. As you move, just keep your intention with your core here, allowing your core to begin the movement, engaging your core as you draw the knees up, and engaging it as you drop them down slowly. If you'd like to, you can also bring some movement into the head and neck here by dropping your head to the opposite direction of your knees. Let's do one more on each side. And this time, as you drop them to the left, we're going to pause here. So your right knee is just extended straight out from your right hip, and you can even lift your head and look just to make sure. We want it drop down straight out here. And this is going to stretch that iliopsoas muscle. So if it's really tight, this might be enough for you. You could also play around with bringing that left ankle, stacking it on top of the right knee. If you experience a lot of pain, then release that and just keep your knees down without adding in the ankle. Otherwise, if this feels okay for you, you can press your knee and ankle into one another to deepen the stretch through your iliopsoas muscle. We're just going to breathe here for a few more moments. Good. When you're ready, we'll release. We'll slowly bring the knees back up, and we're going to switch sides. We'll drop the knees down now to the right side. Once again, you can look up here. Just adjust that left leg. You want your knee coming out straight from your hip joint. This side might feel different from the last, so if it feels more painful, then I want you to keep your legs where you are without adding in the other additional ankle part. But if it feels okay for you, you can go ahead and stack your right ankle on top of your left knee, pressing your knee and ankle into one another to deepen the stretch through the left quad and into the iliopsoas muscle. Remembering to breathe, release tension in your jaw. Let's take a couple more breaths here before releasing. When you're ready, you can release. Slowly bringing your knees back up. Let's go ahead and hug both the knees into the chest again. Rocking from side to side. Just finding a little bit of extra spaciousness in your low back. And we'll release the feet back down, and then we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet to touch as we allow the knees to fall out to either side. Here, maybe placing one hand gently on the belly and one on the heart. Just gently sinking into this pose. Feeling the chest and belly rise with the inhale and fall with the exhale. Releasing tension in the hips and in the jaw. Releasing your breath as you allow yourself just to be here for a moment. And from here, we're going to make our way into our final resting pose. So if it feels comfortable for you, you can extend the bottoms of your feet out towards the corners of your mat. And bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing upward to receive. Settling down into Shavasana, or corpse pose, where we practice letting go. Allowing ourselves just to exist as a body, as a form. And here we'll begin to intentionally release tension in the body. Starting in the chest, continuing to release tension down through the shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, wrists and hands. Releasing a little deeper as we make our way back up through the wrists, the arms, and the shoulders. Softening in the chest, releasing down in the belly, the hips, upper legs, lower legs, ankles, and feet. Softening a layer deeper, releasing back up through the ankles, the legs, hips, belly, and chest. Softening and releasing in the throat space and into the face. Softening the jaw, softening the brow, letting your tongue come up off the roof of your mouth. Eyes gently closed if that feels okay for you. Finally, releasing the breath, allowing yourself to breathe with ease, inviting in stillness and rest for the next couple of minutes before we return for the end of this practice.